Want to know the secret to making a woman crave your texts? It's not about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about mastering the art of texting in a way that sparks attraction and leaves her wanting more. We all know texting can be tricky. One wrong move, and you could easily find yourself overthinking whether you've sent the right message. But here's the thing. Texting is an art, and just like any art form, there's a way to get it right. Today, we're going to dive deep into what makes a woman crave your texts and, more importantly, how to keep her coming back for more. Whether you're just starting to talk to someone or looking to take things to the next level, these tips will change the way you approach texting. But before we dive into the secrets, let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself texting her for hours and still feel like she's not as invested as you are? Or maybe you've been stuck in a texting rut, unsure of how to keep the conversation going. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why she craves your messages, but also how to send texts that make her miss you in between. We're not just talking about basic texting tips here. I'm going to reveal the psychology behind what makes women crave your attention, and it's more than just sending flirty texts or emojis. We'll get into the nuances that will elevate your texting game and have her eagerly awaiting your next message. Trust me, after today, texting will never be the same. Let's start by breaking down the essential principles that will help you text in a way that makes her want more. Ready? The power of mystery now. Let's begin with one of the most crucial elements, mystery. Women are naturally drawn to the unknown. If you text her the same thing over and over, it can get boring fast. You have to learn how to build a little mystery in your conversations. And no, I'm not talking about ghosting her or playing hard to get. It's about leaving room for curiosity. For example, instead of texting her a long paragraph about your day, try this. Just got done with something I can't wait to tell you about. I'll share more later. This leaves her thinking, what happened? And makes her more likely to engage with you when you text again. Texting with purpose. Next up, texting with purpose. Have you ever felt like you're just texting back and forth with no real direction? That's a big turnoff. Women want to know there's intention behind your messages. Instead of just responding to what she says, send texts that move the conversation forward. This could be sharing a fun fact, asking her opinion on something interesting, or even giving her a little compliment that's not overly flirtatious but just shows you appreciate her. When you text with purpose, it feels more like an interaction than just a back and forth exchange. The power of humor. Humor is another game changer. Women love someone who can make them laugh. But here's the trick, it's not about trying too hard. Humor is about being genuine and playful. Imagine this. If you're talking about a topic and it's getting a bit heavy or dry, throw in a light joke or playful comment. This keeps the conversation fun and dynamic. For instance, if she says she's been working all day, you could reply, "Sounds like you're about to be crowned Employee of the Year. Any chance I'll get a front row seat to that award ceremony?" A light joke like that not only breaks the ice but also shows you're confident and not taking yourself too seriously. Teasing and playfulness. Next, let's talk about playful teasing. This is a powerful tool, but you have to use it carefully. Teasing can create attraction when done in the right way. It's about keeping things lighthearted and fun, never mean-spirited. For example, if she's talking about her hobbies, you might say, I'm not sure if you're a professional yoga instructor or a secret agent with all those skills." This playful jab keeps the conversation engaging and adds an element of flirtation. But remember, tease her in a way that makes her feel good about herself, not self-conscious. Creating emotional connection. Now, let's get into the emotional side of things. This is where texting goes beyond small talk. If you want to make a woman crave your texts, you need to create an emotional connection. Ask her questions that show you're genuinely interested in getting to know her. Instead of just asking, "How was your day?" try something like, "What made you smile today?" or "What's something you're really passionate about right now?" These types of questions open the door for her to share more than just surface-level details, helping you build a deeper bond. The art of timing is everything when it comes to texting. You don't want to over-text and come off as too eager, but you also don't want to leave her hanging for days. The goal is to find a rhythm that keeps the conversation flowing without overwhelming her. Here's a pro tip. If you're in a fun back and forth, don't cut the conversation off too early, but also don't drag it on unnecessarily. Leave her wanting more by ending the conversation on a high note. For instance, if the conversation is flowing well, you could say something like, "I wish I could talk more, but I've got to run. Let's pick this up later." This leaves her anticipating your next message. Avoid over-texting. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is over-texting. You might think that texting her constantly will make her think about you more, but it actually has the opposite effect. When you text too often, you can come across as needy or desperate. A great way to avoid this is by focusing on the quality of your texts, not the quantity. Instead of bombarding her with endless messages, make sure each text is meaningful. Keep your messages concise, interesting, and full of value. Summarize key points to recap. If you want to make a woman crave your texts, focus on building mystery, texting with purpose, using humor and playful teasing, creating an emotional connection, and being mindful of timing. Remember, it's not just about sending flirty or attention-grabbing messages. It's about creating a dynamic conversation that leaves her wanting more. Final tip, and here's the final secret: be yourself. Authenticity is key. You don't need to be a texting expert or play mind games. Women crave someone who is confident, genuine, and knows how to keep things exciting. Now that you've got the tools to text like a pro, it's time to put them into action. So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and text her in a way that makes her think about you non-stop. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more dating advice, and let me know in the comments how your texting game is going. Catch you in the next video.